everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Lisa. Welcome back to my subscribers who will be coming on and joining us, and welcome back to all of you who are brand new to the channel, and hopefully you'll be subscribing so you can get your reading this evening. I thought I've been coming on a few times during the day, and it's been tough for some people, so I thought I'd come on this evening for a little bit. And I thought I'd do things a little differently. There's nobody here yet, but I thought I'd do things a little differently. I thought I would do readings depending on who comes in, based on your astrological sign. Hi, Susie. Hi, Natalia. Natalia, and I'm going to be working with this astrological signs tonight. I thought I would do readings based on people's astrological sign and do a few cards readings, since I'm not doing the dailies anymore. How does that sound for you guys? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm going to have Natalia be the moderator, if that's okay, for today. So Natalia, maybe you can keep track of who comes in, and we'll wait for a few more people to get here and describe what I'm going to do. Hopefully, I've been noticing that, just shuffling the cards, getting them ready, but I've been noticing that there hasn't been a lot of people who have been notified. Were you guys notified that I came on? Or that I was live? Were you notified just now? Natalia and Susie, were you guys notified? Yes, I was, but sometimes I'm not. I know, I don't understand why that is. It's a YouTube thing, and I've written to YouTube about it, and they said that sometimes that people just don't get notified, and I don't really understand. It's crazy. Well, hopefully, hi, Patricia. Hopefully then everybody will be notified tonight as they come in. And Patricia, I was just explaining what I'm going to do tonight, and that is I'm going to read by people's astrological sign, do like a two-card pull on an astrological sign. Hi, Symphony. I just need you. I am fine. I need you to subscribe, please. I know you're new. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you here. And then you'll be up for a reading. Goddess Love, hi. Nice to see you. Hopefully you guys are all getting notified that I'm on. What I'm doing tonight, Goddess Love, is a little bit differently. You did already? Oh, it didn't come over. Hi, Patricia. Hi, lovely. I know. I hope you guys were all notified, because I'm really excited to have you here. So today what I'm going to be doing is reading by astrological sign. So when it's your turn, I'll ask you your astrological sign, and then I'll do a reading. And but everybody always gets a different reading for their astrological sign. So even if somebody is a repeat, you can certainly join, lovely. Absolutely. Natalia is keeping track of everybody as they come on. Oh, good. I'm glad. I know sometimes YouTube acts funny and they don't notify. And I was hoping tonight that they would notify. The other day they didn't. I came on, I think it was Sunday afternoon. We had like 6 people on. So it was not a lot of thumbs up that day, because it was slow. But yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to check and see real quick. And then I'm going to put the camera down, and then I can get started and see. Looks like they are all set, Natalia. Soloni must have just, it's showing up that they have come on. They're all set. Hi, Gabby. So I'm doing readings by astrological sign today. Teresa subscribed. Hi, Teresa. Glad to have you here. Welcome. I'm doing little mini readings based on your astrological sign tonight. So Natalia is keeping track of people in order, and then I will read based on your sign. okay? And I'll show you your cards. I'll bring them up for you. So who was first? I might as well get started. And if you're enjoying, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a message. And I'm so glad to have you guys here. Virgo, that's what I am too. Okay, so we're going to start with whoever came on first. And then I'll pull a couple of cards. So I think that was Natalia and Susie, I think were the first two. So Natalia, what's your sign, honey? What's your sun sign? You're a Capricorn. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards. I've been shuffling while I've been talking to you guys. And then I will draw for Capricorn. Let's see. I'll put a couple of cards for Capricorn. We're in the middle of Mercury retrograde, which started yesterday. And let's get this astrological party started. I agree, Goddess Love. Nice to see you guys all here. I missed you guys. So Mercury retrograde, like I said, started 2 days ago on the 30th, and it goes until February 20th, and then we have the post shadow, which goes for another 2 weeks. Mercury retrograde, for those of you that weren't here on Sunday when I talked about it, is really a time when you don't want to start new contracts. You don't want to buy a new car. You don't want to move to a new apartment. You don't want to start a new relationship, anything that's brand new like that. It's a time where miscommunication can sometimes pop up in texts and emails and things that you send to people misunderstood what you say. It's really common. Travel sometimes can get delayed, but it doesn't always have to be negative. Hi, Louise. I just need you to subscribe, hon, and then I can add you. We're doing readings by astrological signs. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And if Louise can subscribe, then she can be added as well. It ends on the 20th of February. So it's not always a bad thing. It's just the fixed signs are really going to have a tough time this time. Oh, Louise, I didn't get your subscription, hon. It didn't subscribe for me. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. So the fixed signs. Okay, so there's a fixed sign in each of the different elements, right? So we have Aquarius as a fixed sign because the Mercury retrograde is in Aquarius this time. In earth signs, we have Taurus, which is the fixed sign. In water signs, we have Scorpio, which is the fixed sign. And in fire signs, we have Leo, which is the fixed sign. So those are all the fixed signs. And then also Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So we tend to have a little bit tougher time. And 18% of the year we're in Mercury retrograde, don't forget. So you can't worry about it too much. It just kind of happens. Just be aware of it. Lots of technological difficulties, yeah, in the last couple of days. That's so true, Patricia. You know, I noticed we had a storm last night, of course, and the storm, during the storm, I thought my power was going to go out. I thought my television was going to go off, so my binge working would have had to stop. Binge watching. But yeah, it's not really something to be afraid of. Just kind of be aware of it, and just know that if you start something like a brand new relationship or you move into a brand new house, chances are you're either going to have problems in it. It's not going to be the perfect fit for you, or it's going to end on the 20th, and which is sometimes that happens as well. Patricia, we got about 8 inches. Louise, I just got your subscription. Thank you. So she can be added to the list, Natalia. Thank you. So Patricia, we got about 8 inches, but then we got a lot of rain today, so it's down to about 3 inches. So I think we were expecting a lot more than that. We were expecting like 10 inches to a foot. How much did you get, Patricia? Did you get snow? Thank you, Louise. Glad to have you here, hon. And we're going to get started just shortly. And if you guys are enjoying, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Invite all your friends. Send out copies of the videos right now while we're on. Invite your friends. Have them come in and subscribe. They can get a reading. You're in North Carolina, so you didn't get any. Whereabouts in North Carolina? I think we've talked about this before because my mom used to live in North Carolina, in Southport, right on the coast. Right up by Oak Island. I think we did talk about this one time, Patricia, if I remember correctly. So let's get started. Clayton, that's right, we did. Okay, so Natalia is Capricorn. So I shuffled and shuffled. So let's see which cards I get for Capricorn. So right off the bat, I've got the Lovers card, which is interesting. And I also have, well, let's talk about the Lovers card first, because if you look in this picture, she looks very solid and firm and here in the present, and he almost looks holographic. You can see the sun through his helmet. So it's almost like whoever is involved, oh, Susie is the Capricorn. Okay, so whoever is maybe starting to get involved in a romantic relationship might just be beginning or might be fading away. So Susie, it could be that you're just starting to get involved in a relationship or somebody new is coming in, or it could be that you're saying goodbye to somebody and deciding to move on. One or the other when this Lovers card comes up. And sometimes it can just mean a relationship, that you're the same kind of thing. Somebody new is coming into your life in a relationship, or somebody is leaving your life. One or the other. But the other card that you received is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a really nice card, especially if you're busy in business, Susie. It usually means money of some kind, of money is coming in unexpected ways. So, hi, Leo. We're doing something different today, and you're saying you're a Leo sign, which is interesting. We're actually going to do little mini readings in order based on people's astrological sign. Thanks, Natalia. So, Susie, do you have money that's been coming in that's been unexpected? Or you're saying goodbye to someone? Okay, well, someone new probably will be coming in the future because the way the sun is shining down, so I feel like there's a bright future for somebody new coming in, but they're not quite here yet, and that's why you're seeing them like that. Okay? Hi, Patricia. Another Patricia. Patricia, have you subscribed? You've been here before, right? So money, Susie. Are you expecting money to come in? Have you gotten a new job? Or are you expecting money to come in? I hope it's new money too for you, because she's holding a really large pentacle, which almost always means there's a lot of good money. Pentacles often are their earth signs, so you could be dealing with a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. It could also mean that it's abundance. So it could be abundance in love, abundance in good health, abundance in money, abundance in destiny, in happy family. Well, it's glad to have you back, Patricia. And but because the pentacle is so big, and I'll show you another time if it comes up for somebody else how small they usually are. But Susie, this one is so big, so I would expect it to be money when it's that big. I always see it as money when it's really, really large. When it's little, I think it's abundance in another area of your life, but I feel like this is money coming in. Good. So that's a nice reading for a Capricorn, Susie, or for you and your Capricorn. Thank you. How does that sound? New love, new money. I like it. Can't get any better than that. You're so welcome. My pleasure, hon. Natalia, you were next. What's your sign, hon? I'll pull a couple of cards for you. I'm going to shuffle. Natalia is next. I'm glad. Money and love. Can't get better than that. Libra. That's my ascendant sign, Natalia. So that also has to do with me. So I'm glad you're a Libra. I get to pull this. Let's pull a couple of cards and see what we get here. Okay. The first card we get is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful, brand new beginning in some area. And usually this is trusting your instinct. And I feel like the brand new beginning is kind of starting, it's over a month's period of time, this whole new brand new episode that you're moving into, Natalia, because it's showing all the different stages of the moon, from the brand new moon to the quarter moon all the way up to the full moon. And we just had a full moon, so we'll be having the quarter moon probably in another couple of days. But this is using your intuition, trusting your judgment. A new beginning emotionally. Cups always have to do with emotions, right? And the water around it shows a lot of emotion. And cups often have to do with somebody that could be in your life that is a water sign, like Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay? But this is trusting your judgment, I'm hearing, Natalia, for you. This is, you need to really take a step back, and you're really good about trusting the judgment of others. You balance everything out really nicely, being the Libra that you are. But I think this is a really good chance for you to take a step back and really look at things you need to look at and really balance them out, and then you trust your inner judgment. Trust your gut feeling on it, okay? That's really important to say. The second card I got is the Strength card, which is a sign. The Strength is usually based on Leo, and the Strength is not only that you have strength in an area that you need, which I feel like that's very important. Remember, with the Strength, or the Lioness that comes with the Strength card, you also have a very vulnerable underbelly. And this card is telling me very clearly for you, Natalia, that it's okay to show that vulnerability. I feel like you stand strong all the time for everybody, and you don't often show your vulnerability. So I think especially during this time, trust your judgment and trust the people that you share your ideas and your feelings with. And when you trust, have strength that everything's going to be good, but it's okay to be soft. It's okay to have that soft underbelly side. In some of the other tarot decks that I have, it shows a lion, and then it shows like half lion, half lamb. And that really describes it so well, is that half the strength of the lion and then half the lamb of the vulnerability. Okay? And that is very true. Hi, Julie. Glad you could make it. We're doing astrological signs today. We're doing readings, but in order of astrological signs. So it looks like there's only 7 people here, and I have a lot more than that signed up. So if I go by their name, I go by their name. I'm not waiting for people tonight. Okay, but you can definitely be added, Julie. Julie, did I get it right? Are you from Wales? And if our computer goes slowly tonight, it is, yes, you are from Wales. That's where my family came over from. I actually have some relatives still in Wales. Jenkins is the last name. But that's where my family is from, which is lovely. Natalia, does that make sense, hon? The 2 cards that I gave you regarding Libra, the Strength, and then trust your intuition. Well, I'm glad you came back. That's what's going to happen during Mercury retrograde. Ah, perfect, perfect. I don't know what part, Julie. I just started to do Ancestry 6-month subscription for Christmas, and I'm just starting to look into it. But I know my mom's dad, Jenkins, was totally 100% Wales, and they came over from Wales. So I would love to go back. I actually had a trip planned to go to Scotland, Ireland, and Wales, and then of course I had to cancel. It was going to be in May of this year, but I'd love to get over there. I heard it's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful country. So at some point, I'd love to come. You're welcome, Natalia. You're welcome. So who is next? You're welcome, hon. My pleasure. So who's next? And we'll find out what sign they are. You know, any of you guys ever want to invite me? I do travel around the country. I haven't because of, you know, COVID, and obviously once that lifts, I'll be doing it again. But I've gone out to like San Francisco, and I've stayed. People have put me up, and I stay, and I do, you know, like every night for like 3 or 4 nights in a row. I'll do parties where they have like 10 people come over, and they all pay for their own reading. And I do that. I've done that around the country, and it kind of pays for me to be able to travel, and it also allows me to come and see different parts of the country and the world. And my next stop is the UK and Wales for sure. Julie, we're going to set it up at some point once COVID lifts. I would love to come see Wales. Love it. Thank you for thinking of me. So, okay, Patricia, but I have whoever is next. Is that you, Patricia? Patricia, you're a Taurus, and that's my moon sign. Interesting that I have all you guys coming on that are either my ascendant, my moon, and Saloni is my sun sign, which is so interesting. So come to India. I would love it. That would be lovely too. I'd go anywhere in the world. I am a traveler, and I love to travel, and that's between travels and hugs. Those are the 2 things I missed the most during this pandemic, I have to say. is being able to get out and just travel and go and do parties for people all over the country and all over the world, which is what I would like to do. And then I really miss it. Really miss it. Hey, can I please have a general love reading? I'm not doing general love readings tonight, Bethany, but I don't know if you're subscribed. If not, please subscribe. What I'm doing is when it's your turn, we can add you once you subscribe. And when it's your turn, I'm reading about astrology signs tonight. So right now I'm doing Taurus for Patricia. So Patricia, you're one of the fixed signs that are going to be strongly affected during this Mercury retrograde. So you may feel it more than others because you're a fixed sign, and Mercury retrogrades in Aquarius, which is a fixed sign. So you may feel it more. So you may feel the restrictions of it, is what I'm going to say. It's not that it's a bad thing. You just might feel restricted, or there might be miscommunication or misunderstandings, things like that. Does that make sense? So let me pull a couple of cards and see what we get. Okay. Really nice. Okay, so I have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is in movement. So this is you in movement, and talk about moving and wanting to travel. This is what I pick up with this card. The sun is starting to lighten up the sky a little bit. It's been very dark, and so his wand is lit. And wand is all about tangible things, right? Wands are all about things that you actually are working on. So this would be probably career or work related. And you do feel anxiety. Yeah, the anxiety a lot, though, I'm hearing for you from your spirit guides is based on you're not protecting yourself enough. You're not surrounding yourself with white light. You're taking other people's energy in. Okay, so really surround yourself with white light to protect yourself, so that when people talk to you, you're very empathic. You take on their energy, and it makes you feel very overwhelmed and anxious by the end of the day. So if you can possibly surround yourself with white light energy so that they can take that with them, that's one thing that's really important to do for anybody who is empathic. I do that every morning. So anybody I talk to, I'm talking and giving them feedback, but when they leave, they take their energy and all their stuff with them. Otherwise, if I'm not protecting myself with that white light energy, Patricia, my whole aura gets filled up with everybody's energy all day. And when it gets filled up with that energy, by the end of the day, I feel either exhausted and overwhelmed, or I get very anxious. So that could be what's going on with you, Patricia. How could I do that? How could you do that? What do you mean, Natalia? Well, there's an easy way around that. You call in Archangel Michael, Patricia, first thing in the morning when you wake up, and you ask him to surround you with white light energy. And you picture it like a beam of white light coming down from the heavens and kind of just going all the way around you, or you can picture it like being surrounded in cotton or a bubble wrap or white light energy, anything like that. And ask Archangel Michael to keep it on you all day whenever you encounter anybody, because even when you go in a grocery store or anything else, any place else, anywhere you go, you catch other people's crap. Basically, is what I like to hear. What I like to call it. If you're empathic at all, people come and talk to you, and they feel so much better when they leave you, and that's because they've left all their crap in your aura. So you need to protect it. So they'll think they're unloading, and they'll feel so much better when they leave, but they're leaving and taking their own stuff with them. They're not leaving it with you. It will really help a lot with the anxiety. Okay, and this is movement. So this is, starting to get out there and move again. So I don't know if you've been finding yourself, Patricia, coming out of the house more, starting to feel a little bit better. About you doing that, but this is all about travel. It could be that you're making travel plans in the future, is what I'm hearing. And the second card I have is the Nine of Pentacles, which is beautiful. The Nine of Pentacles is all about money. It's all about abundance. If you look at, I think I was talking to Susie earlier, who saw the really big abundance sign that she was holding, the Queen of Pentacles was holding, which is definitely about money. And this is all about abundance, the Nine of Pentacles. Abundance could be abundance in health, abundance in wealth, love, destiny, money, anything. And that's what I feel like the abundance. So whatever you're feeling the abundance coming in, Patricia, where are you located, Patricia? Oh, in North Carolina. Really? It's really bad there? Yeah, abundance of everything, right? Let's get it, let's bring it in. So this movement, maybe it's just that you're frustrated about staying in. I am too. I just was saying that this morning to someone that I'm just starting to feel like I'm feeling lonely or I'm cooped up. You know, I'm just starting, and it's been almost a year, but I mean, I'm just starting to really be like, okay, enough already. I want this to be lifted pretty soon. And I am a healthcare worker, so I did get my vaccine already because I'm a registered nurse. I work with the state doing mental health assessments for first responders or mental health um, meetings or association or giving them a chance to talk through it. So I do a lot of that and I really enjoy it. But I have already gotten the vaccine. So, and I'm still here. How about that? I hope you all get it as soon as you can. Tauruses are not patient. That's for sure. My moon is in Taurus, and I am not a patient person. Um, so I understand, Patricia. I definitely understand. Well, I've been a nurse for 40 years, and I've done this on the side. It wasn't until about 8 years ago that I'm a fourth generation medium and psychic. So I've always had the gift and done it on the side, but about 5 years ago, I started doing it full time as my full time. That's why I have my website down below, northernlights.one, because I do full time readings for people who call over the telephone from all over the world. I do readings all over the country, all over the world, and I connect with your energy. And so Solani, that's how Solani, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. That's how Duba? Hi, good to see you, Mimi. We're doing astrological readings today. So Natalia, if you can add Mimi, that would be great. Still no visitation. That's so hard. That's so hard. I know I lost my mom right before it all started last year. Solani, okay. Just so I know. Still no visitation. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm not really sure why. I'm not sure what that block is that's there. Just keep up with the intention before you go to sleep every night, Patricia, okay? Keep up with the that could be part of what the travel is. You could be astro traveling with him and you just don't remember. He said he would, so have patience. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard thing for a Taurus. So Mimi will be last, okay? That's the last person I'm going to take because I have a lot of people to get to, and I'm doing a little bit longer readings today. And if anyone would like to donate, feel free to donate to the channel. I appreciate it. Donations of love. I got Julie's and Patricia. You guys are kind. Thank you so much. And you can go down, but listed down below, there's an X and a Dropbox, and it's donations of love. I have both Venmo and I have PayPal, and I'm very grateful to those of you that help out the channel. It's my full-time job now. It's my livelihood, so I really appreciate it. So thank you, Patricia. I hope that helped, and I would just have patience. You're absolutely right. Every night, say it over and over and over again until you go to sleep, and eventually you will have the visitation. Okay? I'm glad you came on today. I hope you're feeling better. Thanks, Patricia. You're so sweet. Some of you guys have had private readings, and I'm very grateful for those of you who have had private readings and have enjoyed them. Feel free, for those of you that have had them, if you've enjoyed them and you want to talk about them, great. They have mediumship where they connect with their loved ones. Sometimes we do tarot readings if you have on for a full hour. And you can find out about that at my website below when you open up for a donation. It's at northernlights.one, O-N-E. And you can look at under my name. It'll list all the types of readings that I do. And my phone number will be there where you can call and schedule something. But donations of love is where you can donate, like Patricia said. So thank you, Patricia, for putting that out there. I appreciate it. So who is next? Let's see. Solani, you said you were Virgo, correct? That sounds good. Are you a Virgo? Solani, it's your turn for a reading. Yes. Okay. And that's what I am. That's my sun sign is a Virgo. I'm Virgo sun, Libra ascending, and Taurus moon. So that's why it's always a good idea to kind of stay on and listen to other readings and other signs, because sometimes your particular sign may not resonate with you for the month or resonate with you for right now while we're talking, but your sun sign or your ascending sign or your moon sign may resonate with you more. So I always say stay on and listen to all of them if you can. And September 17th, I'm in August. So, okay, let's look and see what we got for Virgo here tonight. Something's troubling you, Solani. Something's troubling you. This is you getting ready for battle. This is the Five of Swords, and swords are all about truth. So you found out a truth, but it's made you ready or standing at the battle. But look how he's holding his swords, which is really like haphazardly. He's not paying attention to that. He's got a sword on the ground. He's holding the other swords. It's almost like he's ready to drop them. He's cutting up his arms. It's been very dark, and now the darkness is finally lifting. So maybe that's behind you. So it's a lot of emotions, and the swords are all about the truth. So the truth coming in, and what you're hearing is the truth, and you've been standing up for yourself and ready to fight, and that's why everything looks so desolate. Hi, I'm only doing astrological signs. Your name is Assad, so I just need you to subscribe, Assad. And then Solani, that's good for you to know. I know you said you're in India, but I don't know if there's something that's made you feel very heavy. But this is in the past, because the sun is starting to rise, and I feel like he's ready to throw down these emotions, okay? And throw down this truth or this action. And the second card you had is, and I'm not sure which came first, but this is you kind of feeling, it's the Seven of Wands, and it's you kind of feeling backed into the corner. Wands are often fire signs, so it could be that you're dealing with a fire sign, whereas swords are air signs like Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Fire signs are Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So you could be dealing with one or the other, but this is feeling that backed into the corner kind of feeling. And I really feel like the cards go together well here, Solani, in that I feel like, I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg here. I don't know if you felt very desolate and cornered by the truth, so you had everything ready to fight. Oh, it's an Aquarius, yeah. And this is just backing you in the corner. This is everybody kind of pushing you back up against the window there, where you don't have a lot of room to move. But you don't need to fight, is what I'm hearing. This is in the past, the fighting, and this is just finding your way out. I'm going to draw another card. This is a retreat card, the Four of Swords, and it's a card of, it's pulling back. It's not, people always think, oh my gosh, it's the death card. It's not the death card. It's you just resting and taking care of yourself. So I feel like you've been through a lot with this person, and now it's time for you to really take care of you, is to step back from this challenge of feeling really challenged and really taking care of you, doing something fun that you enjoy. And that's what this person is doing. They're taking a nap, which is one of my favorite things. So whatever you've been going through, and I don't feel like it's health related, I feel like it's more emotionally related. I feel like you can let go now, and you can really do something that you enjoy. Okay, Solani? I hope that makes sense. Good. I'm glad. That's exactly what you need to be doing. That's perfect. And don't forget, we're Mercury retrograde ruled Virgos and Gemini. So that just means that we always feel Mercury retrograde is that much tougher. So be careful what you say, or how you say it, or how you interpret things. A lot of miscommunication can happen during this time, and a lot of technological issues. Okay, that's really common. So we go through it 3 or 4 times a year. That's really normal for us, so we're used to it. It's not a huge deal. Because we're Mercury ruled, though, we're thinkers. We always are going over things in our head. We're thinkers. So it really takes some time for you. Okay? That's great, huh? Ashalia, I think it is. I'm not taking any new people for tonight, but you can come back, and I'll probably come back I'll come back on in a couple of days. Today's Tuesday. I'll probably be back on Thursday or Friday. Okay? And I can definitely read with you then. Thank you, though. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I do come on, so you'll be able to follow me, okay? You're so welcome, Solani. I'm so glad you came. Thank you, and I hope you come back. Natalia, who do I have next, hon? Please. Goddess. Goddess, what sign are you? Goddess Love. What sign are you, hon? Sagittarius. That's my son's sign. My son's, who's 29, his sign is Sagittarius. Light-hearted, free-spirited. Don't like to settle down. Does that describe you? And you guys can all share this out, please. Tell your friends, family, put it on your Facebook page. Share it out as much as you can, so hopefully we'll get some new subscribers. That would be great. Okay, let's see what's up for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so the first card I have is the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is all about the truth coming forward. Knights are always about movement, Goddess. So you're moving forward because of a truth that's in the air, is what I'm hearing. There is a hawk that's flying over you, which is strength, strength of emotion, strength of deciding what it is you want to do. The men don't like to settle down. Oh, the women do. Okay, because I haven't found many women Sagittarius that like to settle down. But that's interesting that you say that. The swords are Aries, are air signs. So Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini you could be dealing with. And you also got the Queen of Swords here tonight. So both of your cards are about, you've got the Knight and the Queen. And look at all the blue healing energy here, Goddess Love. It's gorgeous. And I think the important thing to remember is that although you're finding out the truth, it's not negative. Look at the doves in this picture. It's beautiful, all the blues and the purples and the healing that's happening. He's right at the end of the cliff with this Knight, but look at the calmness around him. Look at the waterfalls that are around him, right? Look at the sky starting to clear. Look up, I would look up the eagle and find out, 555, Natalia, thank you. Look up the eagle and find out what the eagle represents to you, because I'm really being drawn to the eagle, Goddess Love, okay? But this is more about healing energy. So I don't know if you're healing yourself or healing other people, but I feel like this is, although it's movement and although the Queen is knowing the truth and standing your ground, I feel like this is knowing what's going on around you and being ready to heal it and help it heal. Okay. And like I said, lots of times with an air sign. So I don't know if there's an air sign around you. Swords are about air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So is there an air sign that might be around you where you're doing some healing or some settling down of emotions with? Working with them to help them settle down their emotions? Does that make sense, Goddess? Yes, that's true about the Knight and the Queen. Okay, I love the eagle. Oh, good. I'm healing myself, doing lots of self-care. Perfect. Cutting the bee out. I have air in my chart. Oh, okay. Pulling the bullshit out. You have air in your chart. Yeah, so this is a really good time for you to hunker down, and the healing could have a lot to do with you then and kind of going within and that self-care. You've actually nailed it right on the head. So if you know you have a lot of air in your chart, this definitely is regarding you with the two swords, okay? And look at all the healing colors, the beautiful purples and the soothing. And if you love eagles, you probably already looked up what an eagle would represent. You can look up animal totem eagle and see what it says. And I'd be curious once you Google it and look it up what it is, because sometimes I notice the eagle and sometimes I don't. And it's always different for everybody. I'm no longer worrying about people around me anymore. And their deception and lies. Good. I think sometimes we get to the point in our life where we don't worry about the people around us as much. We kind of worry about ourselves and taking care of ourselves, and that's really important. But you get to a point, I think it's not always true when we're younger because we're so worried about being liked and fitting in. And you love doves as well. That's beautiful. Perfect cards for you, Goddess Love. Absolutely. It looks wonderful and it looks very healing. So I would continue to work on that healing energy, okay? Because I think it's perfect timing for you to go within and to do some just self-care to make you feel good about you, okay? Thank you, Goddess Love. I'm so glad you came on. Who do we have next, Natalia? I hope that helped, Goddess Love. I hope that helped. Lovely green, Aries. Oh, I haven't had an Aries yet. Aries is a fire energy, as you know. Aries can be very stubborn, very in their head, thinking a lot. I love fire energy, though. So do you find yourself, do you have a lot of fire in your chart? Hi, Haley. The list is closed, hon, for tonight, yes. But I will be back on Friday, and I think people are really enjoying the tarot readings for their signs, so we may end up doing the same thing again. I think people are enjoying that. Definitely. Aries and Venus as well. Okay, and Venus is all about love, as you know, and how you look and the beauty, and the fire signs are just you're really high-spirited is a good way to put it. You don't hesitate. It helped when I'm doing the right thing. The cards clarified what I'm supposed to be doing, Lisa. I'm so glad. That's awesome. That's wonderful. I validated it for you, Goddess Love. Cancer moon and Gemini rising. Okay, so you have, you're all over the place. You have water, you have air in Gemini, and Gemini's ruled by Mercury. So Mercury rising sometimes, Gemini rising, Mercury planet, Mercury retrograde we're in the middle of, so that could be affecting you as well. Lovely. I am, Haley, thank you. And I hope you're as well as also, hun. So let's take a look at what cards that I get for you. Lovely green. Oh, nice. Okay, so the very first card I've got is you working on a project of some kind or coming to the end of working on something that you've been working on for a very long time. Lovely. So that's the important thing for you to look at. This is the 10 of Wands, and that's the fruition. That's the coming to the end of something. He's planting the very last of these wands. Look, he's had them all in a row, and that was his project. So I feel like there's something that you've been working on for a very long time, and you're coming to the end of working on that. You're ready to call it a day and know that you've done a good job. So I don't know if you can relate to that, because the other card you have is the Sun, which is like the best card in the deck. And the sun is illuminating something around you, illuminating something that you haven't really taken time to look at. And maybe you needed to finish something first before you can actually take a look at something new. Okay, and sometimes these two cards together can mean that you finish this, but you've come to the 10, you've come to the end, and now the sun is helping you illuminate something new that you can work on. Okay, does that make sense, lovely? Cancer, Moon, and Gemini rising. Lovely. How does that sound, those two cards to you? Yes, it does. So whatever you're finishing, finish it up and know you've done a really good job and be able to move on, because oftentimes Aries have trouble moving on from something they've been working on or something that they've been thinking about, letting go of something in your mind. Aries has trouble with, okay? Ruminate. You tend to ruminate. So this is, you've reached the pinnacle. You've done everything you can do. Let it go and watch the sun illuminate and bring in something new and wonderful for you. So that's really nice. I like those cards, lovely. You're so welcome, hon. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about those? Do they make sense? Do they go with what's kind of happening in your life right now, lovely? I'm not sure if she might have already. Oh, there she is. I feel good just trying to think about what I'm working on. And this could be something you're working on in your mind, something that you've been unable to let go of. This could be a relationship. This could be something you've been thinking about doing and you haven't been able to let go of it, but it's come to fruition. It's come to the end of the time where you should be thinking about it, is what I'm hearing. And now the sun is coming and it's time to illuminate something else. It doesn't need to necessarily be something physical that you're working on. It could be something emotionally that you've been working on and thinking about and trying to let go of. Does that make sense, hon? Probably an old relationship. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Good. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm really glad you guys are here. I like doing this by sign for a change. It's nice. Gabby, what's your sign, hon? Shuffle the cards while I'm waiting for Gabby. Gabby's a Capricorn. Okay, Cappies. Let's find out what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn's an earth sign like me, Virgo. So we tend to be very level-headed, very grounded, a person that often gives advice to other people. Capricorns are workers. Capricorn, all water, earth signs are workers. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We tend to be the workers of the chart. We tend to work really hard, and we're really hard on ourselves. Does that fit you pretty well, Gabby? The card that corresponds with us in the deck, other than Pentacles, is the Devil for Capricorn, because the temptation of working and not working and working and not working. So I feel like you're a hard worker. Is that pretty true, Gabby? And if it's not about a job, you're hardworking. It's something, keeping a relationship together, keeping something going. Tend to procrastinate. What is your ascending sign and your moon sign in? I would guess probably a water sign, probably. Do you know what your ascendant is or your rising sign? I would guess it's probably a water sign, because water signs tend to procrastinate. Although Sagittariuses can also be procrastinators. Do you know what your ascendant is? It's in Cancer. There you go. Water sign. And that makes a lot of sense. And your moon is in Gemini, which is an air sign. So you're in your head a lot, thinking a lot, trying to change things. But you've got a lot of like cross stuff in your chart, because Capricorns are hard workers, Cancers are procrastinators, and Geminis think a lot about it. So you're thinking a lot about the procrastination you're doing instead of doing the hard work you should be doing, is what it kind of boils down to. You're an interesting mix, but I knew that with your procrastination, you had to be a water sign, because that's very, very common. So I would stay on and listen if somebody comes up as a Cancer. Or as a Gemini, and but let's review as Capricorn, okay, and see what's up. But if it doesn't ring true, speak of the devil. Literally, speak of the devil. There's your card that came up. So the devil is Capricorn. This is you that's coming up. So this is self-care. This is you need to take time for yourself. Lots of times the devil can come up when we're talking about addictions, when we're talking about somebody that's doing something they shouldn't be doing, and they know they're doing something they shouldn't be doing, but it's really hard to change. It's kind of that willpower card. But this, when it comes up for you yourself as a Capricorn, I read it as coming up as self-care, nurturing yourself, taking some time for you. And this is a really good time to be doing that. So if you have the opportunity to do that, and I feel like you do, because you got the money card, you got the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles, usually Pentacles are wealth or abundance in so many different areas, but when it comes in a treasure chest like this, I know it's about money. So you do have the time and the ability to take care of yourself, or the money to take care of yourself. So I don't know if you've recently gotten a bonus or a raise or a new job, but there's some form of new money coming into you. And if it hasn't already, it's going to. Yes, I do feel that I have to do that. Yes, I do feel like I have to do that. Take care of yourself. Yeah. What about the money card? Do you have money that's coming in from somewhere? Did you get a bonus or a raise, or did you get a new job? Or are you waiting for that new job to come in? Because I feel like this is the money card. This is the 10 of Pentacles. So besides taking care of yourself, you've got this money coming in that is, excuse me, I'm the hiccups, that's going to take care of you. I'm the hiccups, excuse me. How about the money, Gabby? Does that resonate with you? I'm in college, but I'm assigned a bank money prize. I'm assigned for a bank money prize. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. Kind of things, maybe. It could be, because I do feel like there's money around you. And if it hasn't already shown up, it will. Okay? So take care of yourself, do a lot of self-care, and then expect this money to come in, is what I'm hearing, Gabby. Okay? And when I'm doing these readings, they're not really like for the week or the month, or they're really kind of like in the next few days. Because I'm going to come back on probably on Friday evening, and I'll be doing the same kind of readings. It'll be for the weekend for people. You're so welcome, Gabby. I hope it helped, hon. I hope it helped. Teresa, you're next. Let me shuffle the cards. Teresa, I knew you had to have water in there. Aries, okay. So we already had an Aries come up, and so you learned how stubborn Aries can be. You also learned it's a fire sign, Aries. They tend to be in their head a lot. They do a lot of thinking. They're also very stubborn's not really, I mean, I would use stubborn for them, but they're just very sure of themselves. They're very determined, and it's very hard for you not to be right, is what I'm hearing. For you personally, not all Aries, but your spirit guides that I'm hearing are telling me that you like to be right. You don't like to have to say you're wrong. Does that make sense, Teresa? Yeah. Some of us can take being wrong a little bit easier, but Aries, I mean, I don't often hear that for Aries, but your angels are speaking to me pretty clearly, and they say you don't like to be wrong. And this just came up today, they're telling me. Something just came up today where somebody wanted to say that, wanted you to admit that you were wrong. Yeah. The angels tell it like it is. When I hear spirit, I know that, you know, look, there's a little orb. It's floating across. That's just validation. Yeah, today, did something happen today where you were like, oh, I wasn't right about that after all, that kind of thing? Yes, it's possible, because that's what they're telling me, and that's why it's coming up. But let's pull a couple of cards after I've shuffled and see what's up for you, okay? Awesome. So we have the moon. When the moon card comes up, it's almost always about something hidden, something that you're not, either you aren't talking about or somebody around you isn't talking about. It's quite often secrets. It's quite often things that are hidden. It's quite often things that need to come out and be talked about that haven't been talked about. So I don't know if you have a few secrets that you're keeping to yourself, or if you're keeping somebody else's secrets that they need to come out and talk about. This card also makes me think of a pregnancy. So I don't know if there's somebody that's around you. From what I'm hearing from spirit, there is somebody that's around you that's pregnant or is going to be finding out they're pregnant, or this could be you, because it is telling, I am hearing from spirit that there's a pregnancy. I don't know that it's not you, but I don't know that it is you, is what I'm hearing. But somebody around you is going to be either announcing or talking about a pregnancy. Yes, you have someone who's pregnant. Okay. Everything's fine with the pregnancy. I don't see anything wrong. They just want this card. When it comes up, the moon card often makes me think of that. It's an emotional card. Okay. It's emotional about letting go of secrets, emotional about letting go of things. And I feel like that's what the moon is telling me. You also have the Queen of Pentacles, and this came up before for the other Aries, which is interesting enough, and it usually means money, lots of money coming in. So is it possible that you have a bonus coming in, or you have money coming in from somewhere? Because that's what I'm hearing. Or are you going somewhere to gamble where you might win some money? Or you hope you're not working, okay? Oh, you're not working, so you're hoping. I gotcha. Maria, we have a list, hon, and it's closed for the evening. But if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below, the notification bell. When I come on Friday, I read from my subscribers. Then you can definitely get a reading on Friday when I come on. Okay? It sounds to me like money's coming in, okay? And something about these emotions, something about, I don't know if this person who's pregnant owe you money? So Maria, if you'd like a reading on Friday when you come back, I just need you to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I read for subscribers. You, Alfredo, you would subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below, the notification bell, and full up for today. But you can come back on Friday. Can you tell again? Can I tell what again, hon? Thank you, Alfredo. And then you're definitely, I only read from my subscribers. So if you're subscribing tonight, then you'll be, it'll show up by Friday. My question. Oh, I just wondered if the pregnant person that's around you owes you money. Because whenever I talk about the money, I keep hearing, you don't understand what I say last. You too, Patricia. Have a great night. I'm so glad you joined us, hon. I hope to see you again soon. And keep trying that affirmation. I'm dying to hear. Make sure you let me know when he comes through. So you may want to go back to like 52, 53, Teresa, and you can hear the whole reading. But I was just saying that somebody who is around you that is pregnant might be the person that owes you money, but there is money coming in. Okay? Thank you, Patricia. So glad you could make it, hon. And thank you for your feedback to all of you. Patricia was kind enough to donate in Donations of Love, which is listed down below. If you open up the X, you'll see Donations of Love, and I have Venmo and PayPal, and she's helping to support the channel. So I'm very grateful, Patricia. Thank you. Thank you. Same with Julie. I appreciate your feedback. Louise is next. Louise, are you still here, hon? I'm going to start shuffling the cards. Louise, are you here? Hi, Capricorn, another Capricorn. Okay, so Capricorn's represented in the deck, not just as an earth sign, the hardworking, the devil. So when the devil comes up, it's quite often a representation of Capricorn. But you're the workaholic. So are you a hard worker? I'm going to pull a couple cards for you. Are you a hard worker of the deck? Here you are working really hard, the Ten of Wands. This is working really hard to complete something. It's right. You're coming to the very end. He's coming to the very end of putting all the wands in the ground, a job that he had to do. And this is you working very hard, which is what Capricorns are known for. They're very stubborn. They're very grounded. They're very down to earth. They're very compassionate and kind. They can be very nurturing and workaholics, work too hard. You have to take some time away for you. Okay, so this is you working really, really hard to finish a job, finish something that's come up for you. And I have the Chariot, which is you going quickly somewhere. So I don't know if you're planning on going somewhere, either taking a trip that you're planning on doing, or there's some kind of movement. But that's what this card, that's what the Chariot usually shows up for, is movement of some kind, moving in a direction and moving quickly. So maybe finishing this job and moving on to something new is what I'm hearing. Does that make sense, Louise? Yes, I'm glad, because I hope you're taking a nice trip for you, because there's a lot of purple energy here, and purple's a very healing energy. So I feel like this is really you focusing on yourself as a Capricorn. Does that make sense, hon? Like, this trip is a really good emotional trip. It's not a business trip. It's a trip where you're kind of refreshing yourself, or filling yourself back up with good thoughts and intentions. Yes, that's wonderful. That's exactly what you need to be doing. It's exactly what you need to be doing after finishing this. Okay, so you've got the perfect cups, the perfect cards for you, Louise. It's beautiful. Good validation. I hope you enjoy yourself. Enjoy, enjoy. Thank you, Louise. Next is Leo sign. It must be a Leo, correct? What a surprise, Leo sign, that you're a Leo. Let me shuffle the deck a couple of times and we'll pull for Leo. Are you an early Leo or a cusper? I feel like you're a cusper. Are you on the cusp of like Leo and Virgo? Are you in August, baby? Leos are fire signs, like Aries and Sagittarius. Leos are often considered the negotiator of the astrological signs, the peacemaker. They're the ones that kind of organize everything in a family or a group and like to have everybody happy. You like to make everybody happy, even though you're a fire sign. I don't understand why people aren't hearing me. Is my volume off tonight? Is my volume weird? No, it's up all the way. You're saying yes, you're a negotiator. You're the one that keeps the peace, right? So let's see what cards I get for you, hon. Okay, Two Pentacles. Interesting. I've got the Two of Pentacles, which is about making a choice. And it's time for you to make a choice between two things, is what I'm hearing. You can hear me okay? Good. It's time for you to make a choice, is what I'm hearing, between two choices. Either one is going to be a good, though, because look at the rainbow. The sky is lifting, the light is coming in, and as soon as you make this choice, these waters will calm down and your ship is coming in. So I feel like this is you having to make a decision, either about a job or about somebody in your life, making some important decision. It could be about a move. And the second card I got is the Seven of Pentacles, and that's about making money. So once you make a decision, maybe this is about a job, and then you're going to start making money. She has made money, but has not gone up the tree yet by this ladder to collect any of the pentacles. She's just a hard worker, which is what you are. So Leo, are you trying to make a decision between two things right now? Leo sign, are you still here? Yes, you are making a decision. So you understand what these cards mean then. You don't have to make there's nothing in your life you're making a choice about, or you have a decision to make. Is there a decision having to do with your book about when it's going to come out, when it's going to be published, where it's going to go, or to who? There's some kind of a decision, hon. And then your ship comes in with the book. So maybe it's a decision between a job. Because I feel like once you make this decision, maybe there's going to be a couple of jobs you make a decision, and then your ship is going to come in, and that could be the book. You sent the script, yeah. I remember we talked about this. So making a decision maybe about a job that's coming in. Maybe that's what you need to make a decision about. Maybe you'll be offered two different jobs, and you'll have to make a decision. Wouldn't that be nice? You're waiting for an answer from the script or from a job? Are you making it and waiting for an answer between the script, about the script, or about getting a job? Switchboard job, both. Okay. Okay, so it makes perfect sense for you then. So that you said you weren't sure what the choices could be, but it sounds like it's both. You're waiting for an answer from both. So that's an important card for you to come up right now. Yeah. That's awesome. Good for you. I think that'll definitely be coming up shortly for you, hon. Okay? Good luck with it. You're so welcome, Lee. My pleasure. My pleasure. Julie, you're up next, hon. You're a Taurus. I'm a Taurus moon, so you're a Taurus. Let's see. Taurus is a fixed sign, and it's the fixed sign that's in the earth element. Fixed signs are in Mercury retrograde, and all the fixed signs, since Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius, which is a fixed sign, so all the fixed signs will be affected during this Mercury retrograde. Not a bad thing, just means from January 30th through February 20th, you might notice some miscommunication, you might notice some things getting lost, you might some hiccups in some things and some travel. You don't want to sign, contracts like for a car or a house or start a new relationship. You want to wait till the retrograde is over. That's good to know. Taurus is a very nurturing signs, very loving signs. They can be very stubborn, but they're also very wear your heart on your sleeve kind of sign. That's what Tauruses are, okay? So the nurturing and the compassion comes in along with the other side of the stubbornness. But a lot of people know you. You have a very nurturing and loving and kind side, Julie. So I think that's the way you show yourself. But let me shuffle the cards, and I'll pull a couple of cards for you, okay? And let's see what we have for Taurus today. Okay, interesting. So right off the bat, you need to make a choice. This is a different choice. This is Two of Wands, so this has usually something to do with a work choice. There's definitely a way that the angels and the spirits want you to go, is right down the middle. But the fact that there's a white buck standing here, the whiteness means that this is a decision you have to make. You're standing in your own way right now of moving forward, of making this decision. This buck needs to be moved, and only you can move it in order to make the decision and go down the right path, Julie, okay? And your stubbornness is getting in the way a little bit. So you really need to focus on which direction you want to go in. And whatever direction you want to go in, you're going to have to move this kind of this, I feel like it's a brick. It's this heaviness around it that's stopping you or getting in the way of yourself. Does that make sense, Julie? The second card I have is the family happiness card. So once you make this decision, I don't think this is the Four of Wands, this is the Two of Wands, but this is the happy family life card. And so I feel like no matter what decision you make, you're still going to be really happy in your family. You're still really happy with the relationships that are around you and your family. Do you happen to have a child, Julie? Two. You have more than one child. Is that correct? Three. Okay. Because I feel like this is a really you provide a very happy family for them, and you really love coming home, or you really love settling in at the end of the day. Although right now it's been really hard with COVID. I can only imagine. My kids are grown, so it's different. But I feel like you have a very happy home, and it's easy to come home to. So move this white buck out of the way and make your decision. Go down the path you need to go down. But your happy family will always be there, hon. Does that make sense, Julie? And you've worked hard for this family. The wands always tell me that somebody's worked hard to get to that place. So I feel like you really stand up for your family, and you really do a lot of hard work for your family. It's not easy, is what I'm hearing from you spirit guys, but you're doing a great job. So keep up the good work. I know they light your way. You can tell by all the wands being lit. I feel like they're definitely soul family. They've been with you for many lifetimes. That's wonderful. I hope that helped you, Julie. It's lovely. Did that help? Or did you fall off? Hi, Mimi. Julie, how comforting. You're so welcome, hun. My pleasure, Julie. Thank you for coming on. And we will be talking about whales. I want to learn more. Thank you, Julie. Mimi, hi. Cancer. Okay, so you're a procrastinator. Cancers are procrastinators. Is that true, Mimi? You put off till tomorrow what you could do today. Is that pretty accurate? That's what water signs tend to do. They're very nurturing, they're very caring, they're very loving, but they're very procrastinating. Like when I get something, I take care of it right away as a Virgo. You try to avoid it, yeah. But you're very nurturing, you're very loving, you're very motherly. You tend to mother people. Not smother, mother. Take care of them. That's part of your nature as a Cancer. But I think the procrastinating part has got you in trouble sometimes. Maybe for a few late bills is what I'm hearing. A few late payments. Just because you forgot, not for any other reason. And you kick yourself because you know you had the money, but you forgot. That's all. Because you put it off instead of paying it. Like I'm a Virgo. As soon as I get it, I pay it. Does that make sense? Maybe. Okay, don't want to admit it. Okay, so let's read for you. Let's see what we got. Okay, right off the bat, we got the Eight of Pentacles. Money. Look how big this pentacle is. Ace of Pentacles is a brand new beginning with a huge pentacle. You always forget. I know. And this is money. This is money. That's Cancer. That's who you are, though. It's the procrastination. It'll get you every time. But this is money that's coming in. So I feel like this is a brand new beginning with money. So did you start a new job, or do you have something new coming in that would bring this money in for you? Because this is big money. This is a big pentacle. And it's a brand new beginning because it's an ace. Nice. New project. Okay. Well, it definitely could pay off. So keep working on it because I feel like you're heading in the right direction with it. The second card I got is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Pentacles tend to be earth signs. So you could be doing something, no money, but I get the chance to work with my new fashion week. Nice. That's awesome. So that's abundance of good luck. And it may be that you meet somebody that you're supposed to meet. That's awesome. Lots of money, but the pentacles are often with an earth sign, regarding an earth sign. So it could be a Capricorn, Capricorn is a Virgo or a Taurus, which is pentacles, and wands, fire signs, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is the Queen of Wands. Look at her standing in all her purples. She's got purple gown, she's got purple curtains, purple in the sky, purple on the floor. Healing energy is totally around you. Rising Capricorn, so you're a hard worker. But this is definitely, and that's where this could definitely be coming in. I feel like you have more than one thing going on at a time. But it's hard for you to focus as a Cancer. You're not really good at multitasking, so I'm kind of surprised as a Cancer you have more than one thing going on. Because Cancers aren't always good multitaskers, so it could be the Capricorn that's in you that's doing that. But this is very, very healing energy. So I don't know if you're working on something that's helping somebody else heal, or if you're working on healing yourself. But it's lovely. Are you working on something that's helping to heal someone else? Sustainability in fashion. Yeah, that's nice. And it's a big part of the Capricorn in you, as opposed to the kind of healing the world. Beautiful. That's a nice way of looking at it. Well, I hope those had special meaning for you. Thank you, Mimi. And thank you to everyone that came on tonight. Thank you to Natalia for taking care of the board for me like she always does. Yay, a big thank you to Natalia. And I'm going to come back on Friday evening probably, and I'll be doing, it seems like everybody likes it when I do the reading for their sign. So I'll be happy to do that again. I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm so grateful to you guys. And if you want a private reading, I am taking appointments. I didn't in December. I was too busy. Oh, you're so welcome, hon. I know it must be really late there for you. But I'm glad you guys came on. And if you want a private reading, go to northernlights.1, which is listed down below in the drop-down box, along with my donations of love, if anyone would like to help. Thank you so much, you guys. I look forward to seeing you on Friday. 20 to 12. Yeah, it's late. Time for bed. Take care, you guys. I'll see you Friday. You're so welcome. Always lovely.